The president has been ineffective in doing anything to help Americans like me and my son with our health care. Public in general doesn't realize is how quickly we lose if the ACA is not upheld. There is no replacement plan right now.
My daughter Josephine is 3 years old. She is medically complex. She was born at 24 weeks gestation. She was 1 pound, 12 ounces, 12 inches.
I have 3 children. Jack, who is nearly 8 and lives with a disease called cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis is considered an invisible illness. To look at my son, you would never know that anything is wrong. But to keep him healthy and alive requires a great deal of medication.
Her average medical care costs about $35,000 a month.
Families like mine do experience regularly what's called medical bankruptcy. Crowdfunding is not sustainable, so it's not a source that we use. These are expenses we have to hit every single year.
Like most middle-class families, I don't have $1 million sitting in the bank account to pay for healthcare. Josie was born into the ACA. There was never a moment where I was afraid that Josephine wouldn't be covered.
Jack was born in 2011, and then January 2014, the ACA's full protections came into effect. And the first time in my son's life, at age 3, he couldn't be denied insurance because he happened to be born with a fatal genetic illness. He was safe.
Federal judge in Texas ruled the Affordable Care Act unconstitutional late Friday. President Trump hailing it as great news for America.
More than 20 million people covered through the Medicaid expansion and the exchanges will be stripped of their coverage. There will no longer be protections for people with pre-existing conditions.
He takes, at minimum, 14 different medications a day. One helps him breathe, one helps him eat. He nebulizes this every day. This is $200 a day, which combined is $7,200 a month.
We're going to get drug prices so far lower than they are now, your head will spin. I'm thrilled to administer the oath of office to Alex Azar,
a former drug company executive now heading Health and Human Services.
Isn't having a pharmaceutical company executive in charge of lowering drug prices a bit like having the fox guarding the henhouse?
Pre-existing conditions are real. My C-section is a pre-existing condition. My husband's cancer diagnosis is a pre-existing condition. No one knows when that's going to happen to them.
Healthcare is not a partisan issue. It affects every single American.
I am afraid every day for the life of my daughter. That fear is real. If this was a success story, I wouldn't have to be awake all night trying to figure out how to protect my daughter's health care. I would just be providing her health care.
These are expenses we have to hit every single year. Without the ACA, please tell me how I'm going to come up with $500,000 a year to keep my child alive. I can't.